This is a big deal, gamers. If you don't know how the gaming industry is, it's much like every other entertainment industry. It's been a spot where if you want to keep your job, you go along with the woke agenda. I have some friends in corporate America sending emails already saying to stay home on Election Day. I'm in California, so we're talking San Francisco, because they know what's going to happen when Trump wins here. They know it's going to be crazy riots. They know that these people are going to be so unhinged because they've been lied to by the corporate media, being told that, like, Harris is winning, Trump, nobody likes Trump. For a long, long time, they've got themselves into echo chambers over on, like, Blue Sky and the like, where nobody's paying any attention to what's going on. And the meltdowns are going to be phenomenal. It's going to be very, very funny. So stay safe out there, my gamer friends. Maybe stay home and play some video games like the old Halo. These games were fantastic, and I played these so much growing up. I had a wonderful group I played with when we went online. Beautiful stuff right here. And the music really is a big thing about what made Halo great. And so Marty O'Donnell has spoken on the election, and I'll get into why this is such a big deal, and like I was kind of building up to in a moment, as we talk about the amazing things happening for gamers now. This is, I feel like we're in like freedom world, but it's not going to last long unless we all do our duty today, my friends. So let's get to it. Hit the polls, and please join us here. Hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you as we tell what's going on in video games, the things that others won't. We are unabashedly pro-Trump, pro-Christian nationalist here, guys, and we look forward to a brighter future, and I appreciate you for being here. And I appreciate you for supporting us as well. I'm a science fiction author as well, so I urge you to get on my newsletter. So if anything ever happens here, if something does go wrong tomorrow, we're not going to have free speech for very long, guys. And so I'd like you to get on my newsletter so I don't lose you. And that's going to be very important to be there in the future. We're getting bigger here, and that means we get noticed. Never a good thing. And so I give you 3 books just for signing up. I have a fantasy book, a science fiction book, and a full graphic novel, which leads into my Long Flying Sparks series, which you can, if you're on my newsletter and you have it and you like it, it is available digitally and print for the rest of the books in the series on my web store. But this is I give you for free because I believe in my books. I believe in you. I want you to be here. I want you to have some great entertainment. There's nothing political in these books. It's a lot of fun for you guys. And thank you guys so much for signing up and being with us. All right, so this is a big deal right here. Marty McDonald, as I said, he says, I don't put much stock in celebrity endorsements, as you shouldn't. And he says, I'm a pretty minor celebrity, but I was an audio director, composer for 5 Halo games and Destiny 1. You might remember these menu screens. And he says, I'm voting for Trump, and you should too. Hashtag gamers for Trump. Now, there's this giant gamers for Harris list of like all these corporate media shills out there. Wizards of the Coast. We had Microsoft people in there, of course, big corporate goons all the way around. And that's what happens is like there's so much social pressure to be on that level that you run into problems with potentially getting blacklisted from the industry if you say something like this. And this is in gaming, comics, I've been blacklisted in science fiction publishing. They tried to ban me from the World Science Fiction Convention in 2018 just because I supported Trump in 2016. I sued them over it and actually won because they libeled me on their website. Something that a lot of people don't know. But it is very, very bad in the entertainment industry. It's very, very scary. They work overdrive to cancel you when you say things like this. They'll tell you it's your behavior. They start to gaslight you, calling you all sorts of names over and over and over again. And these will be people that you thought were friends, like just moments prior. Like as soon as they see it, they go nuts. And this is exactly why we have to vote so hard today, because this is a full entertainment's become a propaganda arm for the federal government, and it's a tit-for-tat sort of thing, and they're going to, of course, take away our free speech if they can help it. They really want to. That's what they did it in 2020. You guys remember, I was banned on Twitter for a couple of years until Elon took over. I got my account back. And then, things started to grow again because, of course, now we have some free speech over there. And Elon's effect here also made YouTube kind of soften their rules a little bit because YouTube, just like even for making a video like this, you could potentially get banned. It was that crazy back in 2020. And I know they're doing some shenanigans again. There's some problems out there with certain channels, which I'll cover a little bit later. Because they've been unabashedly pro-Trump, that have gotten removed from search results. You know that they removed Joe Rogan's interview with Trump from social, even though it had 39 million views at the time. I mean, they're so insane. They like when you do that kind of thing, it doesn't work. But this is what they do. And so this guy took a big risk to do this, like I said, and this is a good sign because if people are taking risks like this, they are confident that Trump's going to win, and they're confident in themselves. They're saying, you know what, you have no power over me, DEI, diversity, weird people out there, you Sweet Baby Inc. weirdos. And if you see the other way around, companies are removing Sweet Baby Inc. from like their lists. Like there was this group, the Powell Group, just yesterday, who removed Sweet Baby Inc. from their website as a list of people who were helping them. They're another consulting firm in video games, and they were one of Sweet Baby Inc.'s major clients. And so they're backing off. They know that the tide's turned. They know they pushed way, way, way too far on this stuff with the string of failures that the video game industry's had this year with Conquered, with Dustborn, with Star Wars Outlaws, and actually Dragon Age the Veilguard, of course, a big failure too, even though they're not admitting it just yet. But we did cover it yesterday on how BioWare's already abandoning the game. That's not a good sign. And of course, Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be the ultimate bomb that's going to drop when that does finally come out next year as well. Gamers revolted against exactly what they're going to do. They hit their customer base, and their customer base for gamers, I mean, if you saw Elon on Joe Rogan yesterday, are voting for Trump. Big miscalculation on their end. So really awesome of the Halo composer. Like I said, this is a very brave thing that he did, and I'm very, very proud that he did this, and it makes me want to stand with him, and I hope he gets some good work in the future because this is a really, really rough environment to be in when you actually are pro-Trump like this. And he does great work. The music for Halo is amazing. So Grummz also reported basically kind of similar to what I'm saying right here, guys, and I want you to note this with what he says about the election. And he says, if Trump doesn't win, this account and all of your favorite YouTubers will go dark within a year, suppressed to hell by YouTube as X is lawfared into oblivion. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to say X is a threat to democracy, misinformation, and they're going to try to shut it down via lawfare. You see how they treat people with this kind of thing, with these fake lawsuits and everything. I 100% agree this is going to happen. So once X is gone and YouTube has no competitor anymore that they have to deal with for free speech, they're going to get really, really bad. Censorship will be the law of the land. Now is not the time to mess around. Get out there and vote. And I do want to echo this message exactly. And you could see that I'm echoing it on X as well. I said they'll be emboldened to censor even more than they did in 2020. I was banned then. Only Elon gave us a respite this year. We have to make sure free speech is preserved. Vote Trump. Cancel This Podcast, who's a great podcast as well, says, this is why all the DEI devs have locked their accounts instead of deactivated or deleted. They're holding out hope Kamala wins and enforces power influences over Elon and X to shift the balance of power back in their favor. Absolutely. Nobody wants to. Here's the thing. I mean, these people know that X is where it's at for the public square. As much as they retreat to Blue Sky where there's like 5 people who reply there, X is it. And so they don't want to deal with it now because like they get pushback from the real gamers out there. And yet at the same time, they don't want to lose their like accounts with like 20,000 followers or whatever because they know it's actually important for actually their clout and their careers. And so this is a very, very big observation right here as to what possibly could be coming down the pipeline. But like I said, I'm optimistic. I think this is huge. Just seeing a major gaming entity like this from Marty O'Donnell coming out in favor of Trump publicly, big deal. The tide is shifting. People are sick of this stuff. They're fed up. And yes, guys, get out there and vote today. Do your thing. Gamers can win this election. We did it in 2016. 2016 is a direct result of Gamergate. It really is, guys. It's not just a meme. And we can make it happen again. We can make the magic happen again. And I appreciate y'all for being there, my friends. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here if you're new. I really appreciate you being there. Love all the gamers. And please sign up for my newsletter just so I don't lose you if anything does happen. Appreciate you. And of course, enjoy the books, my friends. We'll see you soon.